What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, so much for stopping by. I just wanted to kick this off with letting you guys know we're gonna have a giveaway for Gotham Knights, the deluxe edition, right here Monday evening on our live stream, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like the video. Share it with all your friends to get everybody in here and walk away with a copy of Gotham Knights Deluxe. With that being said, Gotham Knights has been the subject of controversy. There's a lot of positive reviews, a lot of negative reviews, and today I'm just going to go through what I found from about 30 hours of gameplay with you guys, unbiased, as I am a Marvel guy myself. But I have enjoyed this game a lot, but there's a lot of things that I dislike about it as well. So with that being said, I'm not going to take up any more of your time. The link will be in the description for the giveaway. And with that being said, let's jump right into the video. By now, you guys probably have already seen some videos on Gotham Knights, and you're seeing a lot of positive reviews, a lot of negative reviews, and everything of the sorts, and trying to understand, is this game worth your time or not? And today, that's going to be my goal, to try and debunk a little bit of these positive and negative reviews. I will share with you what I feel are the very positive aspects of it, as well as what I feel are the negative aspects of it. The game is not perfect. I don't believe any game truly is, but there is a lot to like about Gotham Knights, and there's a few frustrating things along the way that we will discuss as well. So first and foremost, Gotham Knights, based on the Batman universe, obviously, without any spoilers, has you taking up the role of his sidekicks, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, and Robin, that you're going to be able to play throughout the city. This is co-op. There's a 2-player co-op mode currently, and November 26th, I believe, is when the 4-player co-op will be released as well. So you'll be able to have your friends join you, run around Gotham, and try to save the city from all kinds of different threats that are lurking in the universe. With that being said, the combat in the game, let's talk about that first. The combat in the game overall is quite fluid. There's a lot of combinations you can do between heavy and light attacks with your evades, perfect evades, and perfect attacks combined as well, and your skills that you can unlock through your skill tree and through knighthood. It gives you a lot of variation and customization within your characters to make it your own, and still have a lot of fun with it. It feels good. Is it perfectly optimized? No. There are some hiccups sometimes. The reaction to the dodge isn't necessarily as fluid as you would like it to feel, where other times it feels so fluid. So I feel like there's a little bit of inconsistency between the two, where sometimes like I said, it feels really reactive, and the second you push it, animation cancels and gives you your dodge that you're looking for, whereas other times you're expecting that same reaction and it falls short. Now that could just be me and my lackluster gaming skills, I'm not quite sure, but overall it does feel like a bit of a issue within the game, where the response time isn't the same in one situation to the next. Overall, I would give the combat, though, a very solid rating. I've played games that the combat is much worse and much clunkier, but overall the combat feels really good and is one of the aspects of the game that I am enjoying thoroughly. Next, let's talk about movement abilities within Gotham Knights. Now, the movement of the game is much, there's basically two categories that we're going to break it down to: the overall world traversal and movement that the game provides, as well as just your sort of everyday movement around different scenes and landmarks within the city. So the first one, your movement around the city. You basically get 3 different types. You could rappel and jump off of buildings, kind of like a Spider-Man style, where you're able to swing from building to building, jump off the top of the building, grab a new grapple point, and make your way across the city. It does lend to some fairly fast travel. You avoid a lot of like pedestrians and being seen and some of the smaller crimes if you want, but it's not the fastest mode by all means. Now, the next one you have is you are able to summon essentially the Bat Cycle. You're able to take that and traverse through the city like that. Now with this, you're restricted to the roadways. However, the Bat Cycle is quite traversable. You are able to like wheelie over cars, steps, curbs, some small obstacles and everything like that, and make your way through the city. It's pretty quick, although in some scenarios I find rappelling is a better movement speed overall around the city. And then you have your third way, which is unlocked once you unlock your knighthood tree. Every character has their own. Batgirl has her cape that she's able to glide with around the city. Nightwing has his glider. Red Hood is able to basically mystic leap on air due to his resurrection in the Lazarus pit. He's gained a few abilities. And Robin is able to teleport. Now, the teleportation of all four is probably the most broken. You essentially are able to just teleport from location to location and, you know, reach any height, any distance, any, you know, location you're looking for. Definitely a little bit broken. Batgirl's, I would say, is probably the most balanced in terms of like logic and how it should work, but all four of them, all in all, are probably your fastest way to travel. You're able to get around very easily over obstacles and just be able to do a lot more with those methods of travel. So really good ways to get around, but the one draw side on the overall like world travel, I would say it's very good. It's not there's not too many hiccups with that or anything. You're able to get around fairly seamlessly without any issues. Now, I will say when it comes to just overall travel around scenes, landmarks, you know, quest locations and everything like that, there are a lot of times where I find the collision dynamics are just brutal. You're constantly getting stuck on, you know, whether it's a railing or a table or something like that. I find I'm getting stuck, sometimes causing me to get into a really bad situation with the amount of enemies that you're taking on and causing some game issues. It is one that has frustrated me a few times, not enough to like break the game or say that, hey, it's not worth playing because of it, because at the end of the day, I am still having a lot of fun with the game. I've put in over 30 hours, but it is the most reoccurring glitch or issue that I've had that more often than not causes me some severe trouble and sometimes will even get me killed. So be wary of that. Be careful trying to sprint near objects, knowing that those collision elements are brutal and will get you stuck and cause you some issues along the way. Now in the gameplay, you can see here right now, you can notice how we have gunners and we have melee artists and all that kind of stuff. You could use those gunners to shoot the other enemies. You've probably seen it a few times. If you trace that line that comes from their gun through one of their friends, essentially, they're going to shoot them instead of you, and it helps you out more often than not. So try to do that whenever you can. They will try to dodge it from time to time, but a lot of times they're going to get hit with it, and it works very, very well. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up the movement. It, like I said, the biggest issue for me on the movement is the collision elements, where you get stuck on different obstacles and gets you really caught up, especially when you're trying to go through like a window or over a ledge or something like that. Sometimes I'll just be trying to like sneak my way around. I'll turn around like a different direction, and then next thing I know, my character's jumping down in front of the entire group, alerting everybody that I'm there. So sometimes a little bit frustrating, but overall really good, a lot of fun, and the movement's not a game breaker. It's just, you know, a bit of a point of contention that's going to cause you a little bit of frustration from time to time when it happens at the worst possible time. Now the last thing we'll talk about is just the overall game mechanics, playability, and time spent in game so far with my 30 hours. Overall, the questing and leveling within the game is pretty seamless. The game does a very good job of walking you through, giving you different tutorials on how to maximize your combat prowess and how to navigate the world of Gotham and be successful in uncovering the different elements within. One of the things I will say that I really like about it is not only do you have these missions to go and you know, fight your way through and get these different loots and different abilities, but it is wrapped around a very intriguing story that has a lot of detective elements as well. So if you like that problem solving detective side of things, Gotham Knights does a very good job of incorporating basically that detective within you and uncovering a big mystery that surrounds the city of Gotham. That, again, I don't want to spoil. All I will say is the intro to this game has got to be one of the most epic intros to any game I've ever played in my life, and it gets you hooked right from the beginning. Very, very well done. Kudos to them for that intro. The cinematic was just absolutely insane. But throughout the story, wrapped within, there is this detective element, and you are trying to uncover a bunch of clues through different means within your characters, and it makes it a lot of fun. The questing process overall has been amazing. Once you reach level 30, you unlock New Game Plus, which then allows you to level up to level 40 and continue your character progression and everything like that by creating a new game. Very, very fun. The playability in it has been amazing. You do want to level up all 4 heroes, so it gives you a lot of replayability, and with New Game Plus allowing you to basically restart the story, but by having higher level enemies to fight, gaining new gears, and allowing your characters to level up further than they were able to in the original playthrough, gives you that replayability that we all look for in a game. We don't want to play a game, get to the story, be like, well, we're done, and we just spent $100 on the game, you know, like, so that's something I really enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. The leveling process hasn't felt tedious by any means. It's felt very fluid. It's felt fun, and you're engaged in the story at all times, and just feels very immersive and easy to play through. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is crafting, and then we'll get into the final thoughts of the video. So the gear progression and crafting in the game, we're not going to dive too deep into this because I am going to make a whole separate video on this. There is a fairly decent crafting system in this that's going to require you to level up, gain blueprints from your different missions, premeditated crimes, and story missions throughout the game. That's going to unlock your different suits, your different weapons, your different ranged weapons, and everything along the way. Not to mention the fact that you can mod said gear as you start approaching level 7 to 10. You start unlocking your first gear with mod slots, which basically completely customizes your characters even more, adding elements to your attacks and making your suits and armor just that much more powerful, adding resistances and everything like that. And that's where the game truly, or your characters really truly start to awaken, is once you're able to start modding them, adding those elemental differences and resistances and everything like that. Really starts pulling your characters out and having a lot of fun with them. So with that, we're going to, like I said, I'll do a whole video on that later. It'll probably be the next video we bring out, to be completely honest. So look for that next week. Now, with that being said, we will dive into the final thoughts of Gotham Knights for my 30+ hours in the game as of right now. So here's where I stand on the game. Overall, if we combine the combat, the movement, the replayability, and the crafting and customization that comes with your characters, the ability to not only craft, I think it's 13 to 15 different types of suits, but within there being able to customize the cowl, the logo, your like hands, your feet, sort of everything is customizable within the suit as well, not to mention the different suits that are there. I am very pleased with the game overall. I have put 30 hours into the game because I want to. It is something I look forward to playing every day. It is a lot of fun. The story is extremely immersive. So overall, as far as a game is concerned, the game is great. We do have a couple drawbacks. Like I said, the movement isn't great when it comes to traversing certain like quests in certain areas. There's a lot of collision effects getting you caught up sometimes resulting in you either failing a bonus mission because you were supposed to remain undetected and you ended up getting caught up somewhere, or you know, end up dying because you end up getting surrounded and you can't evade your way out of the enemies and end up getting just pummeled to death. So there's that drawback, but it's not common enough to be game breaking. It is not an issue that's going to stop me from playing the game. Will it cause me some frustration sometimes? Yeah, absolutely. But what game comes out and is absolutely perfect on release day? I can't say out of 20+ years of gaming, I don't think I've ever played one game that didn't have some element to it that didn't work as intended, and this game definitely does exactly that as well. So from a game perspective, from somebody who's been playing games for a good portion of his life, this isn't something game breaking. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, it causes some issues at times, but you know, the checkpoints are close enough together that even if you do die, you might fail a mission, but there's enough missions to jump back into to continue your progression without severely like hindering your progress. The other thing we mentioned is the dodges sometimes feel extremely fluid and responsive. They are animation canceling and do provide that ability to just get out of danger, come in and counter with a perfect attack, or whatever situation you are in. But then other times that same movement, that same scenario repeated, your dodge misses and you get put into harm's way. So it's a little bit inconsistent when it comes to that, but overall I would recommend to this game to anybody who finds it interesting and is sort of sitting on the fence. I would definitely recommend you pick it up, try it out. I think you will enjoy it, especially if you like other superhero games like Spider-Man. I have had a ton of fun with it. I can't wait to do some more co-op. I'm looking forward to the 4-player co-op coming out in November, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, if you guys were here at the beginning of the video, remember we are doing a giveaway Monday 9 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. I stream 4 days a week. We're playing a lot of Gotham Knights right now, so you'll be able to see more playthrough, more of the progression and gear progression and everything like that between the different characters as we level them all up and head towards New Game Plus. But yeah, Monday 9 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be giving a deluxe edition away of Gotham Knights, so make sure you guys tune in, come join us, say hi to us in chat, and join the Forge for a fun night of shenanigans on Halloween, if you are watching this video before Halloween. So that is what's going on with us. We're like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I'm enjoying it. I do recommend it. I know there's a lot of negative reviews out there. There's a lot of people creating content around Gotham Knights just in a negative light and a negative space, and I wanted to add my own 2 cents to it, coming from somebody who's not necessarily a huge fan of the DC universe, and is definitely much more of a Marvel guy. I'm not going to pretend to know all of Nightwing's backstory or Robin's or anything else, but here we are. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Huge shout out to the Forge members that support this channel each and every day, and until the next video, guys, stay safe and stay healthy.